First of all, we have to know that the Master is one. Many masters are just many faces of one, you can say. Nevertheless, in spite of saying that, they will vary tremendously in expression, but they are the same in essence. You see? Expressions may vary, and each according to what is the flock that they must engage with. The collective consciousness of those disciples somehow are pulled together because something here has to be worked through. And if it is worked through, you may find that at a certain point, spontaneously, unexpectedly even, there's a sense to move on, like something has dried up now. Mm-hmm. And this is happening completely naturally. You're not deciding this. And then if you are sensitive, which you should be by then, you will sense that the wave is going another place and you move in this place. You see? So these things do happen, that until you are finally cleared out of ego. And that is because someone told me one time, no, he was speaking very, yes, I've seen many, many masters, and I've spent my time, I've been with 7 masters. And I said, but how the hell did you survive 7 masters? Either they are not competent enough, or you are the greatest ego going to survive 7 masters if you really was with them. Because the master, the first one is meant to slay you. So the second one not needed. So if second one needed, maybe first one fell. Or brought you only to a certain point and then handed you over somehow to the next stage in your evolution, you can put it like that. You see? Or if there are somehow the voices are compatible inside, but they should not bring conflict. They should not bring, you see, like, but this one says this and you're saying this and this, then this is not a healthy environment.
The only difference I would say is that with the other one, he encourages like kriya and breathing techniques and lots of sadhana. Do your sadhanas every day.
Yes.
And it's very rigid, very strict. No drinking, no drugs, no alcohol, no smoking, no meat, no. It was a difficult path, but like I said, it's like you said.
It has its value also for those who are attuned to that, at least for a time. Here, I'm not so much pointing to that. I don't encourage alcohol and all this. No, but we don't focus on that, because if you were to be asked, get rid of these tendencies, how long is it going to take you? Maybe many years of sadhana. And you may drop your body before you finish your sadhana. Then you'll be a sad Anna. You don't. You see? So I said, no, if what you're searching for is the truth, and truth is here now also, isn't it? It cannot be a prize at the end of years of practice, then if finally you get it. This is also a model that is presented also, and it appeals to a certain mindset. They love practicing and so on, and it's also a genuine expression of consciousness to suit certain temperaments. But there are some who are tired of more experiencing, and they simply want to get to the root of things. So then they are more open for that immediate recognition, which because the self does not need any sadhana. The self does not need any practice in itself. Then you must find out who is doing the practice. This is the path of inquiry. Immediately it questions, rather than lives with the assumption, this is how I am. I'm a person, I was born here, I have these problems, please help me to get over there. From the beginning, it already is looking at, okay, where are you at the moment? And let's look if there is some journey to cover or something. And immediately you start to look that perhaps you're carrying a lot of notions that it's probably easier just to drop them than to try and fulfill them. This is the immediacy of the non-dual path, like that. And I feel more later, it is easier to then visit, enjoy many masters than in the beginning. In the beginning, find one in whose presence your heart is touched, or you have a natural sense of respect, or they put your mind in a state of peace, or your mind becomes heavily disturbed. But it's a different kind of disturbance. It's not kind of like a sick disturbance. It's more that you know that they've caught you. You see, there's two ways you can feel agitation. One is that in this presence, something has caught you, and you know deep down that there's a power here that has come to cut the tail of your ego. And then you feel, but still there's an attraction to be there. You see? Or maybe immediate peace. You go and you feel deeply in a state of deep peace and a natural attraction. Then it means you must stay there for a little, be there. Later, as you mature into your own natural state, you can read anybody, enjoy anyone, because you are the root of everything. But in the beginning, I feel, yes, like relationships. Why am I talking relationships? Relationships. Huh? Maybe in the beginning, we flirt around a little bit and we try out a few things. But then when you find the one who somehow resonate more deeply, then the flirting maybe drops away more and something feels more steady. It may also happen like this, no? In the spiritual environment, we look around to see what's going. For some people, it's like that. They look around, see what's going, and then somehow eventually they may find someone with whom they resonate, or two or three. You see? Like that it may happen. And then in another one goes, boom, first love, and that's it. That's it. So it's so as many, it's as varied as they are beings in their expression, you see. But the true master is what you call the Satguru, meaning your own inmost being. Not your personal being, the impersonal self. But in the beginning, when it is manifesting as a person, the person cannot have a relationship with that inner one yet. It's far too immature. So it must only understand in the language that it is used to. So then the guru appears in the outer form, you can say, to speak a language that you understand. And that outer guru will help you to meet your inner guru, who, when you meet, you'll not be two. You will not be two.
एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भय निर्वैर अकाल मूरत
We have to confirm that whatever appears, disappear. All that you have conceived, all that we perceive, all that you cherish, imagine, experience, love, one day will be gone. Except for that source from which they all spring, our eternal being. While the body is warm, find that which is imperishable. Fall in love with it completely. And you will never suffer loss. Because the truth cannot die. It cannot pass away. all forms, they change. All that arises fall. This need not be experienced as a great sadness. In fact, it is just a way of things. You are not a thing. One day, hopefully today, you will know that all things and their appearances are only He, only that. Then fear will go, sadness will go, suffering will go. It has already started, in fact, this awakening. It brought you here. Trust it. And happiness is our nature. This joy, this peace, this great love, inexhaustible love. But it can appear to be hidden by conditioning and by false identity. For this satsang is also inside the great dream. It is like an alarm clock inside the dream.
सचियारा होइए क्यों कूड़े टुट्टे पाल हुक्म रजाई चलना ना